Hi everybody, and welcome back to Grandma Jane's World. You can see I've been out in the sun, I've been floating on Clear Lake, love it, love it. So anyway, I feel good, I got my D3, you know what I mean? And so I'm gonna make rhubarb cake today. Now this recipe comes from my late grandmother-in-law, who I adored. We connected. She was a great, great person. And it's in her writing. I love that on the recipe card. So I always try to hang on to those, you know, and never change them. So what she writes is you set your oven for 350 and it's about 55 minutes to bake. You use a Pyrex dish only. I don't know if I even have one anymore. 1.5 quart utility or an 8-inch square. And we'll go from there. So what we want to do first is mix shortening, sugars, and egg. Okay, shortening is 1.5 cups. I'm going to put, or excuse me, 1/2 cup of Crisco. The recipe is always on my website, you know. If you want to stop the video, you can stop it or not. You can always see where it says more underneath where the video's running, and then you can write down the recipe. So you don't even have to watch me if you don't want to, and that's fine because a lot of things are so elementary you don't need to. So, okay, so I do the shortening sugars, and the sugar is 1 cup white sugar and 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Okay, and what else did I say? An egg. It's just 1 egg too, so that's not bad if you're watching your egg count. Okay, and I'll just start with mixing that up a little. Okay. Then what she says to do is to put your, boy, if I could read it at the same time, it'd be nice. You put your 1 teaspoon of vanilla in with your sour milk, which I use buttermilk, 1 cup of buttermilk, but if you want, she puts here, to make sour milk, you use sweet milk with 1/2 teaspoon of vinegar. I've done that many times, but I just happened to be at the store and grabbed a cup of buttermilk. So otherwise, that's a really nifty way to do it, and I've done it many times like that, and it does not taste any different, so it works. So I've got the vanilla in there with the buttermilk, and then what you do, she says, is to alternate, or you just use a pinch of salt too. So I did that, okay. You alternate your flour with your buttermilk, or sour milk, as she puts it. It's gonna be a hot day, so I'm trying to get all this filming done because before it gets too hot in here. Got my fan running, if you can hear that. Then I'll put 1/2 of the sour milk and vanilla in, mix that up. This is a really moist cake. Anything I think with rhubarb generally is. And I like the topping. It has sort of a cinnamony topping, you know. It's actually 2/3 cup sugar and 1 teaspoon cinnamon mixed together. I've got that set off in the side. And that's what you use on top, and it gives it sort of like a crunch. It's really good. It's a good topping for a cake like this. Then I'll put the last of my flour in, mix it a little bit more. If anybody has any idea on anything they'd like to see made, write it in on the comments, and I'll do that. Trying to find some good recipes. I have a lot of family recipes on my website. I think my favorite for the meat one has got to be the brisket, and a favorite in the summer for dessert is got to be the fruit pizza. So once you get all that mixed together, she advised I'm taking it off and hand stirring in the rhubarb. because otherwise it might squish it up, you know. I really miss my kids from school. I miss them a lot. But I've got a few of them that are going to help me. I'm going to, if the weather's good and stuff, I'm going to be in the 4th of July parade. And I'm going to advertise with a big banner my cooking show. I'm trying to get like 2,000 subscribers where I've only got about 204 or 5 right now. And also, I've got a book that'll be coming out too. I've got a publisher now and wrapping it up, so I hope to have that out before long as well. Kind of exciting. It's something different, but everybody I talk to, it seems like, wants to know about airlines jobs, you know, and flight attendant and how they wish they would have been and they thought about being one and blah, blah, blah. And I'm telling a lot of tales from there and a lot of fun things as well as some, you know, adventurous ones. So, okay, here we go with the 1.5 cup of chopped red rhubarb. And I'm going to hand stir that in. But yeah, I told the kids that I would take them if they want to throw some Tootsie Rolls and carry a banner for me in the parade, that I would take them to Clear Lake for the day. And we just have a blast. So they can float all day or do whatever they want. And anyway, that's the plan, to get together after the 4th and do a fun day like that at the beach. So anyway, I'm looking forward to it as much as they are, I think. And I'm going to pour this into a pan. Now, she did not say to grease it, and it does have Crisco in it and stuff, but I think I'm going to put a little pan in there anyway. Because I don't want it sticking to the bottom, you know, when I try to get it out and stuff. So, here it goes. It goes right in here. I wasn't able to locate my 8-inch square Pyrex pan either, so I don't know more stuff. I'm going to have to do some exploring in my pantry and back there and see what's going on. So I might make this cake, and I've done this before with cookies and stuff, just not quite the full length, and it'll bake right. It won't spread out and be weird or whatever. So anyway, next, doesn't look like that's quite enough cinnamon on here. I'm gonna put a little more cinnamon in there. This is my cooking day. I'm getting 2 videos done today with the Monster Bars and the rhubarb cake. Then sometime I'm gonna have to squeeze in getting some rhubarb custard pies done for my residents at the assisted living, because they are really hungry for it now that I mentioned that I made some the other day, made one the other day. I miss my co-workers too at the schools. I know everybody was really ready for summer, but I miss having lunch and stuff with them. We had a good time. So, it looks like that was quite a bit more than I'd probably need. That's kind of weird that it said that amount. I wonder if I'm going to put most of it on, just see what happens. I've made this before, I just haven't made it for a long time. It's really good though. It's one of my favorites. If you like rhubarb, you're going to like it. So now I'm just going to go into the oven for 55 minutes at 350. My oven's been running a little bit hot, so I've got it set down a little longer. But I'll be back to show you a slice of it when it's done. All right? See you in a bit. Bye. Hey, welcome back. I got the rhubarb cake out of the oven and cut a piece to show you what it looks like. It's still warm, it's delicious. Very moist and flavorful. So give it a try when you can. We'll see you again soon. Grandma Jane's World. Love you. Bye.